Hello there everyone, and welcome. This is your host Pagawiggy, and today I have a game-changing offensive strat for you. It took me about 350 hours and a year in the alpha, but I finally figured out this crazy strat. For the longest time, people have been using it against me, and I just couldn't understand how they could keep attacking me so fast and in such a weird way. This technique was covered in my Frontlines guide video, but I only briefly touched on it. In this video, I will explain the ins and outs of using combos and drags together, aka the combo drag, to break anyone's defense in Mordhau. First and foremost, you can get people to give up their defense simply by using feints, morphs, or strange movements. These techniques, however, require much less dexterity than learning to combo drag to break defense. For some of the best strats out there on how to use feinting, morphs, and strange movements to break defense, check out my Dueling and Frontlines guide linked in the description below. This video is going to strictly focus on using drags and combos, and the most OP of all, combo drags, to break some of the most unbeatable defenses in Mordhau. The first strat to discuss is the combo. If you attack during the striking phase of your attack, you can combo into another attack. That is, after your weapon windup, and during the release of your attack, you can cue the other attack, and will occur after the current attack is finished. The only caveat to this is that some weapons in the game, such as the halberd's alternate mode and the maul, cannot combo at all. Comboing in itself can be used to get around somebody's defense. If you attack and miss your enemy, just placing yourself out of their range of attack, and if they attack you, you can combo back into hitting them. There are variations to this, of course, and a variety of other ways to use comboing to get around your enemy's attacks. Comboing on its own, however, is not the best method to break a defense, but rather combining combos with drags is ridiculously OP. Now we're going to discuss drags and how to put combo drags together to break a defense. Drags are when you pull your mouse away from your enemy as your strike comes in. There are many different types of drags because of all the angles you can strike at in the game. For example, you can attack with a right horizontal slash, and as the strike nears your enemy, drag your mouse to the right, thus delaying the attack's impact. To drag a stab, start the windup in any direction, not pointing at your enemy, and as your attack is released, thrust into your enemy. This can be done from any direction. The opposite of a drag is an accel. To perform an accel, rather than dragging your attack away from the direction your attack is heading, drag it into that direction to accel it. For example, if you're facing an enemy head-on and start a right horizontal slash, as soon as the attack releases, drag the mouse to the left, speeding up the time of your impact. Both drags and accels have a range of different times that you can perform them. You can drag right away or wait a little longer into your strike. This should depend on the situation at hand. The purpose of drags and accels are to get around parries and to land a hit. Now that we know how to combo and how to drag and accel, we're going to discuss combo drags and using them to break an enemy's defense. As the name implies, combo drags are when you combine comboing your attacks with dragging and excelling your attacks in order to bypass your enemy's defense. In terms of time to kill, this is the most aggressive technique in the game. If you land your hits, it guarantees the fastest possible kills in the game, but mastering this technique requires unparalleled dexterity. To perform combo drags, you need to complete a fairly complex series of button presses, while using your mouse to drag or excel your attacks, depending on when your enemy is parrying. First, attack from any direction. For example, a right horizontal attack. Then, as soon as the attack is released, queue up another attack, and begin either dragging your initial attack away or accelerating it to bypass your enemy's parry. If you land a hit, your queued up attack will begin, and just as before, you will need to queue up another attack during this one's release and then drag or excel it. Reiterate this technique until your enemy is dead, and now you have mastered the combo drag. Take a look at this example of me using combo drags. And now, look at somebody who has mastered the combo drag. With regards to combo drags, you will need to practice extensively until you have the dexterity to use it effectively in a fight. I just realized how to use this technique about 3 days ago, and I've only had about 20 hours to practice with it. As I get better and better, I realize the power that this technique gives you over most other players. It forces your enemy into a guessing game because of the rapid nature of the comboed attacks and the randomness of your drags and accels. This is the perfect storm to break even the most advanced player's defense. Some advice I can give to make this technique even more useful is to make sure you randomize your attack direction and to use your drags and accels in a random fashion. You should focus on using the drags and Accels to bypass your enemy's parries, so take note when they parry, and it can give you a clue during the fight on when to use Accels versus drags. For example, if they panic parry a lot, long drags with the combos will be even more advantageous than Accels, which they might just end up blocking. In regards to the combos themselves, faster is generally better, but you can alter the speed at which you throw out your combos to further confuse your enemy. In conclusion, combo drags are ridiculously OP, and once you master comboing and dragging, they will eventually be easy to learn as well. It takes a while to master the dexterity, but adding this skill to your toolbox of Mordhau skills will greatly aid you in breaking the defense of more advanced players. If you learned something and liked this video, please subscribe, like, and comment for more great guides just like this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in our next guide video.